psychologist we have.
The Maisha Conference on HIV has brought young people across East Africa with the primary purpose being to explore the key lessons learned and opportunities within HIV response that can be leveraged on for accelerated impact on UHC.
There are young people who are here today who are born with the virus, whose interest is then to know what happens next in terms of their relationships. There are those young people who've acquired HIV during their growth, and therefore they are also dealing with the issues of, how do I continue to enjoy the quality of life? And we know, for example, the young people who are here, who are already infected, we are letting them know that when they are virally suppressed, then they stand better chances of not transmitting HIV when they add that to the menu of other prevention measures that are available.
According to the National AIDS Control Council, HIV is spreading faster in towns served by the railway line. All counties along SGR have seen infections rise by 1 to 49% compared to 2013.
One of the things that I think keeps coming up lately is the role of infrastructure in new infections. We know very well that every time there is a new infrastructure project, whether it is the SGR, whether it is a new road, whether it is an engagement, whether it is a project that is a bit more long-term, you will have in-migration of labor. Young men, older men, strong men will migrate to those places. As soon as they migrate, now where you have cash and you have in-migration of labor, and especially usually it is not with families, you will also have in-migration of sex workers. And so that whole combination is obviously a place where we see new infections happening. And so that is why we are engaging with the infrastructure sector.
The Nacc CEO, Dr. Nduku Kilonzo, through multi-sectoral approach, has already tabled a solution proposal.
That's why I talked that we now have a plan, so that in future we are not we are not intervening when infections are already happening. Right from the beginning of the infrastructure project, we have a plan for prevention. So that's really what we are doing, or the construction project, we have a plan for prevention, so that it is something that we are anticipating, and that will help us keep pushing our new infections down.
With the theme leveraging the HIV response to accelerated impact for UHC, with the 46,000 Kenyans who are infected with the HIV virus by 2018, Nyasha Sithole, a regional program coordinator from Zimbabwe, explains the common denominator in HIV in Zimbabwe and Kenya.
They get married, they get in relationships, and it's so hard to do disclosure, because at some instances you find out that young women or children, when they are growing up, disclosure is not being done by their parents and guardians, and it is usually when they find out about their status, it is accidental disclosure. So if this kind of information is shared with people in our communities, then it will become easier for young people to disclose, knowing that even if I'm HIV positive, I can be in a sexual relationship with somebody who is HIV negative, and there can still be chances that I cannot transmit HIV.
The Maisha Youth Conference, scheduled to start on 9th, dubbed Nipeleke na Rieng, meaning Make Me Informed on HIV Issues, has attracted different stakeholders globally, and as Alfred Sigo reiterates, it is time for the youth.
Tusipohusishwa kama vijana tutajihusisha. Na natumai saizi imefika wakati serikali yetu kuu iweze kutuhusisha zaidi, ambazo zitaweza kuhakikisha kwa vijana wengi wanafikiwa na information na pia wanafikiwa na huduma za matibabu.
For Ebro TV, I'm Ode Francis.
Guided by you have to meet a specific criteria.